it's time to relax, and you know what that means. A stack of comics, your favorite easy chair, and of course this compact disc playing on your home stereo. So go on, indulge yourself. That's right, kick your shoes off, lean back, and just enjoy the melodies. After all, music can bring back all that nostalgic memories. Yeah, here we go. Welcome to Captain's Comics, toys and more. Take your time, have a look around the store. It's free comic book day 2026. You pick this up, good call, it fits. This is where the playlist starts, a little love letter to the things we are. So press play, let it roll tonight. You got something good in your hands, that's right. From old school games to the silver screen, every track hits somewhere in between. First song here just sets the tone. You're not listening to this alone. This awesome mix was made for you, side by side with volume 2. You'll hear a fight, you'll hear a flight. Mortal Kombat kicks it off just right. And Superman up in the sky in Spaceballs makes it all go by. Pac-Man fever lights the maze. Geeks take over in their own way. OCD with that coffee spin. Yeah, this is where the fun begins. Rapping Duke with a throwback sound. Diggy diggy hole goes underground. The Witcher theme calls you near. Serenity brings that quiet cheer. Let it play, don't skip a track. There's a story in this stack. So press play, let it roll tonight. You got something good in your hands, that's right. From old school games to the silver screen, every track hits somewhere in between. First song here just sets the tone. You're not listening to this alone. This awesome mix was made for you, side by side with volume 2. Mr. T brings the energy. Barry runs through history. Spider-Man swings back again. Hobby talk with all your friends. And time keeps moving on. Then the ultimate showdown song. And if you're someone who plays to win, there's a hidden track tucked in. Yeah, you might want to stick around. So press play, let it roll tonight. Thanks for stopping in, it feels just right. From every shelf to every sound, there's a little magic going round. Track 1 fades, but don't you go. There's a lot more left below. This awesome mix was made for you. Every song to carry it through. Thanks for stopping by today. Enjoy the show and press play.
Are you interested in amateur radio? Ham radio is an exciting hobby that opens the door to digital communications, international connections, electronics, STEM learning, public service, and community involvement. The Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula is a non-profit 501c3 organization dedicated to helping people discover one of the most rewarding hobbies around. We offer free amateur radio licensing classes, mentoring, technical support, and opportunities to get involved in all aspects of radio communications. Whether you're interested in emergency communications, technology, public service, or just meeting great people with shared interests, there's a place for you in amateur radio. Learn more and become a member today at kc8oh.org.
In a small town where imagination faded, one place refused to let it die. A beacon in the dark where new comics sat idle waiting for an opportunity. Captain's Comics, Toys, and your next adventure starts here. The store's not yet been rated.
Rykus leans in, his eyes like fire. Nemo's got the mic dressed in satire. Andrew in the booth, spinning the wheel. Cameras rolling, it's all surreal. Who's the guest today? Who's the guest today? Record spinning, always winning. Rykus, Nemo, questions pinning. Andrew called the shot, don't miss the frame. Hobby Hooligan, what's your name?
Hey, Hobby Hooligans. Welcome to Ashtabula Hobby Talk. I am Nemo, K8PVL, president of Amigos Radio Club, Ashtabula, an amateur radio enthusiast, and I'm here with...
Not Rykus. Hey, I'm Andrew, secretary of Amigos Radio Club, Ashtabula. Not affiliated with Captain's Comics, Toys, and still a fantastic store, though. You should go.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, it's a great comic book shop, and Rykus is behind the switchboard tonight. He is. We're doing our cross training stuff, yes. And that's awesome.
Very
He's doing a good job already.
Yes, very enthusiastic.
Hobby Hooligan.
We like it.
We like
it.
All right. All right. We've got a surprise guest tonight. We're going to bring him in. We'll bring in Vito, Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India, and he is vice president of the radio club that we are here with.
Hit it, Rykus.
Take it away, Vito. You're on the air.
There we go.
All right. So, hey, we did some cool stuff over this past weekend. First of all, we didn't really do a big 4th of July episode like we did for some other holidays,
right?
And we should have. Before we get into that, though, I want to say I didn't realize that there were only. I am going this weekend to see Young Washington.
Okay.
I am going to the theaters to see that this week because it is I heard an interview today with the director and producer of
Mm-hmm.
that movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be no BS, man. It's supposed to be a fairly historical movie.
Something coming out of Hollywood with no BS.
Well, he's totally independent.
Oh, fantastic.
He did it all himself, but it's the only movie released in the country from any studio that had anything to do with America.
Wow.
On 4th of July, for the 4th of July.
That's cool.
Which is crazy.
That's very cool
in itself, but because usually you get like a Die Hard and
right,
and Independence Day 6 or something out of it.
Yeah.
But the interview was great, and a lot of times I'm not gonna say where the interview was because I don't want to direct people over to that particular YouTube channel, even though I like that YouTube channel. I just don't want to name names.
Right.
But he was great with the interview, and I really appreciated what he said. But speaking of 4th of July and the founding of our country, obviously last weekend was 4th of July. America 250.
You said it was really cool. It was a very cool event, but there was nothing cool about the weather. Oh man.
Man, was it hot? Let's bring Vito back in here, man. It was hot. It was hot. So I don't know when you got there, but I know when I got there, me and Andrew, we got there. What did we get there? Like 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 7:30.
Yeah, it was already starting to warm up then, and we started on the. How did you get there, man?
I want to say 10:30, 11.
Okay.
Oh man.
So not too bad off as far as time frame goes. Plenty of time for you to get. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's okay though. It happens that way sometimes. We were kicked out of the easy guard duty of watching parking lots and sent off to do. I guess I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
So when we showed up, half of our club was standing there guarding one parking lot. And Joe, bless his heart, KGJL, he did a great job managing the volunteers that he had access to. I think over 12 of us showed up there to help with the parade. Andrew and I got marshaled over to the parade line fairly early on. We probably an hour after we got there.
I think it was like around 10 actually.
Yeah, maybe it was close to.
Yeah.
When we got back there, it was, for those people who aren't familiar with the Jefferson area, the Jefferson is the county seat here, and the parade route went through town, but it started at the school and the grade school, the high school and the grade school. Well, the road going past the high school going to the grade school is a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
And it dead ends in the parking lot of the grade school. So here we are. We're sitting out back. They said, here, help people figure out where they're supposed to be in the parade line.
Yep.
And I'm not going to get into how confusing that was, but that's okay.
I will. Because I got shoveled out there first, and I was handed a clipboard, and I'm like, what's this? And then somebody took it from me to make copies, and you got one of the copies, and it was the number that they signed up, right? And then it was their line number in the parade, and a whole bunch of people thought the number they were given when they signed up was their line number. So that's kind of what they sent us out there for, was to make sure everyone was in the right spot. But then what did it devolve into? Well,
here's the problem. And we figured it just happened fairly quickly.
Yeah, we kind of figured it out.
We had gone all the way to the back of the line where it was supposed to wrap around the back parking lot. But what was happening was people were hitting that back parking lot and turning around and going back up. But they were staged all along the 2-lane road.
Yep.
Going back there, it's almost a quarter-mile road.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good long road.
So there was traffic problems going on. We had to. So very quickly, we realized that this was going to be a safety issue.
Yep.
And Andrew went back up to the high school where the intersection was, and I stayed down in the parking lot so that we could just get traffic flowing in and out smoothly, because there were people literally driving on the sidewalks and up over into the grass, and that just wasn't going to work out. That was going to just tear everything up.
Yep. Had to make something work there.
And when you have 40 motorcycle riders from the Eagles Club coming
and
down,
6 golf cart buggy things,
and 6 golf cart buggies, and one guy in a convertible that wants to get out.
Yep.
That's just not going to work.
Yep.
So we did that most of the time until the parade launched.
Yep, and that was out in the, what was it, like 90 something out there, 85?
It was definitely 85.
It wasn't necessarily the hottest day. It was certainly not the hottest day of that, couple of day stretch there. But we were out in the sun, and I'm pretty sure you were also still out in the sun, even back there in like the end of the road with the trees. It didn't really block the sun from the road.
The sun.
Yeah. I got home, and my folks were like, "Hey, we could tell you were wearing sunglasses. You got a line around your head where the sunglasses were."
So yeah. I probably do too, and that's not just from work. But hey, we got these cool T-shirts. And, I felt so bad. The sheriffs came with that Amran vehicle.
Yeah, the Bearcat.
Yeah. And they parked it back there, and that thing, that doesn't have AC.
Oh, yeah. Not the back of it, at least.
Those guys all bailed out of that thing and went and stood in the tree line.
Yeah.
But they were definitely appreciative of the fact that people were directing traffic and they didn't have to do it.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool kind of thing, because it's like, oh, I'm here as a volunteer, I'm a person, but they're like, oh wait, I have one of these matching shirts that says I'm a volunteer, and I'm standing out in the middle of the road directing traffic. It's pretty cool when the county sheriff stops and looks at you and is like, hey man, where do I gotta go? And I'm like, I know where you need to go, but I'm surprised you don't.
Phrasing. I know that was taken in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Actually, the county sheriff, forgive me for not remembering his name.
I can't remember his name either.
he actually stopped and while I was directing traffic and was and was nice enough to pay attention to directing traffic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I will have to say most of the people that we encountered, there were one or two, but the majority of the people that we encountered
at least
were
95% of them
were respectful of what we needed to make happen, and actually were thankful, because it was actually pretty funny when the parade launched, and the EMTs were going by and the fire trucks and the ambulances were going by. I was waving at all of them guys saying thank you, and they were waving back saying thank you.
Oh man, yeah. As soon as I stopped seeing traffic going there, I'm like, all right, this is actually probably the only time in my life up to this point where I have seen the beginning and the end of a parade before it starts. And I'm like, okay, I gotta walk back there just to see what's up, right? Mostly because I didn't want to stand out in the sun. All of those EMT and first responder guys playing with their sirens. Oh, dude, I was cracking up from that.
That was great.
It was hilarious. I loved it. Yeah.
So Vito, man, when you got there, what all went down? Because after that, we just followed the parade up to you.
So it was a minute before the parade got up to me. I already was on the air. I think I got on about 12:15, 12:45-ish, or 12:30-ish. It took a minute to get set up. Wasn't quite sure where the trailer was going to go. Figured that out, got set up, got on air. Then it was good. The noise floor is pretty high, and it was a struggle to make some contacts, blowing some people out of the weeds, and it didn't get any easier once the emergency vehicles came by.
I'm sure the high school band didn't help either.
No, they didn't either. The guys hunting us down, they enjoyed it. I was giving them updates, asking for patience while I was trying to let some marching band, the Jefferson High School marching band, go through, and the first responders, police or EMS coming through, whoever it was, and describing the parade as it was the first quarter to half of it to the people listening and hunting me down.
That's awesome. Awesome. You were actually telling, okay, so for people who don't know, we partnered with the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club, and we set up a special event station here. And what that means is we get a special call sign for the event for that day, and we actually call out as the event that we're doing. So
not either radio club or anybody's personal call sign. It's a special event call sign for the event.
Right. So when we're calling out, we're actually calling out as the America 250 Ashtabula County celebration.
Yeah.
And so that's cool. People were actually asking you about the stuff that was going on.
Yeah, well, they not necessarily asking, but I was giving updates because I was having a hard time pulling some people out, and when it was getting loud, I was asking for some patience and for the guys to hold on and not go anywhere. Pretty much had a pile up the whole time, and I mean I think it slowed down a little bit only because the noise floor got high and you couldn't hear the people calling. There was quite a few people. We had, by the end of the event, when we stopped, got off air about 6 o'clock. Tom, NHCT, right?
Yes.
We went on to QRZ and looked at the lookups.
Oh man!
Before the event, I can't remember if he said it was the night before or it was that morning, Saturday morning. There was only a couple hundred. Maybe 300. This is before it even started, and when he started, it was at 0. When he got the page, it was at 0. When we looked afterwards, there was almost 1,700 lookups.
Heck,
wow!
Yeah.
So there was some controversy. I know when we were talking about it with the short notice thing on the special event call sign, but that obviously with 1,700 lookups did not hurt us.
That is amazing to me as somebody who who has a fair bit of lookups on their QRZ page just because of how young I was when I started. I remember first time I got it on HF, I actually got spotted as a homeschool Boy Scout. So that was pretty cool. I haven't seen or heard a pileup like that for one station since then, even doing Parks on the Air. That was crazy.
So that brings me to a couple of the contacts that we made, which were really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
One of the contacts that we made was actually, so this time of year, there's an event called the 13 Colonies, and you can, as an amateur radio operator, if you make contact with all the original 13 colonies that are operating also under special event call signs, you can get, what do they give you? Not just a QSO card. They give
It's
you
an actual
t-shirt or something.
Plaque.
Yeah.
Like not just a QSL card, it's like a certificate.
Yeah. So we were hunted by a 13 colonies station.
Yep. And I remember
they
it
came
too.
on and they wanted to do like a park to park. I'm like, we're not in a park. We're just a special event. And they're like, we're 13 colonies and we wanted to track you down. I'm like, great.
Actually, despite how tired I was, I think we were both exhausted, quite frankly. But what you said was, hey, I'm not in a park. Oh, wait, well, technically I am, but it's not it's a city park. And I'm just sitting there like, oh man, Nemo, just put power through, man. And as soon as I got in there too, I was like repeating call signs. I mean, you probably were listening to me. I was like, okay, yep, can't hear that guy. And you know what? Now that I'm trying to think about it, I can't think of any of the funny stuff I said, but I'm sure you can remember some of it, right? Yeah. So it was.
Well,
it was
I was too busy to get any real good video of the parade, but yeah. So Vito, man, you rocked that special event station. I know me and Andrew came in and sat down for a little while, and we probably put 30 or 40 of those contacts on the board between us or whatever.
That might have even been in a piece, 30 or 40 a piece, honestly.
Yeah, you guys did really well. I think between you two, Jeff, LAR, and myself, it was probably pretty well divvied up between the four of us quite evenly. I will say, Nemo, you probably didn't realize it, but you were actually hunted by somebody in Taiwan.
Really?
How did?
Yes.
I was about to say, how did you not hear that prefix? But I'm not even surprised with how tired we were.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like between the noise of the parade and the crowd around us, and
the actual electrical
noise. The noise floor of the QRM, just being in the park and everything. Man, I'm surprised we were pulling people at all to some extent.
So you said Taiwan on single sideband with a wire in a tree.
Yes.
Yep. People were telling us, we got people from Florida. Actually, speaking of contacts, we got our first QSL card in the mail today. Can we bring the picture of that up here?
It's one of the last ones in the reel there. Vito, what did you say about that guy while we're pulling that up there?
So, I don't remember. But yeah,
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Most of the calls that I was listening to from wherever they were five. We were getting 5 9s or plus. 5 to 10, plus 10, plus 20. We were booming out. We just our ears were hurting.
Yep.
So to give some idea, the QRZ page right now has, for the Kilo 8 Bravo special event station, has 1,782 lookups.
Wow.
Wow.
And
so
I got amateur ticket. I got my amateur ticket on Halloween of 2024.
Awesome.
And I believe I start.
Can we bring the front face of that up?
I joined QRZ the next day.
There we go.
I have 7,015 lookups.
Wow. So it's a large fraction of that in what? A week? And one day of activating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
our QSL card there.
Can you see the QSL card on the screen? I don't know if you can or not. But the QSL card out of Florida, it's Kilo 4 Alpha Delta Sierra.
That is a beautiful QSL card.
And we'll be getting one back because we do have QSL cards that we're printing up to send out to return. And can't wait to start pumping those out.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So yeah, man, it was tough pulling those out of the weeds because Andrew and I we do the Pioneer Picnic thing, which is on the same day as Ohio QSO Party, and it was definitely more difficult than doing that.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And that has a band.
Right.
There's a live band that plays like half the day, and
To be fair, we were in a giant square of power lines and food trucks and city utilities and cell phone towers and emergency vehicles. Yeah, and Pioneer Picnic is what, one pole, like telephone pole with power lines from the road. That's pretty much the thing there.
Yeah. I mean,
they don't really have a lot of portable electronics out there usually.
No,
except for the kitchen stuff, but that's way away. What's up, Vito?
The noise floor really wasn't registering too high. Maybe an S2 at the highest that I saw, even at the end when I got off at 20 meters.
Why?
Sure.
You hearing me okay?
I can hear you. I think you're coming out of. I think you're coming out of Nemo's phone. Maybe one of his earbuds there died.
Gotcha.
We'll just give this another shot here.
Yep, I can hear you good. Continue.
All right. Is that better? So the noise floor was maybe an S2 or S3 at the highest, and if it was peaking. But for the most part, it was quiet. It was just the band conditions that we just weren't getting the signal.
Yeah, it was interesting that the actual receive itself, like you said, the noise floor wasn't crazy, but just the received signals were not as strong. Incoming, outgoing, apparently we were great. And what was your radio set at there? Was it just 100 watts?
100 watts and an unfed.
Yeah. So that was interesting how our if your earbuds there, I think our producer has a solution. Yeah. Okay. There we go. With our receive there, I've never really had that happen before that I could think of. But granted, I've never really set up in a position where it's like the antenna is within the radius of where I can see the end of it without standing up, I guess. But it worked, and I need to get myself one of those arborist throw lines that you have. I don't have one of those. I have, hey, what's the heaviest thing I can find and tie a string to it, So.
If I did not live in a condo and I was getting out more to practice, I'd be throwing a lot higher than I am right now. But I'm still getting it up there real good, about 30, 40.
I'm way behind.
About 40 feet up.
That's not
50 feet up.
Here, we're just troubleshooting some audio here. So if you just keep talking about something, and I will keep responding to you. We're trying to get Nemo's audio back here.
Something. So
yeah. Anyway,
I'm new to this. Little about me.
These are connected.
About 92, 93, I got introduced to amateur radio by my electronics teacher in high school, and was scared away from taking the test because of the Morse code requirements. Life got in the way, and that was interesting. And many years later, a few moments later, went out to California, got some GMRS license because we were going to Yosemite National Park to spread my grandmother's ashes, and kind of rekindled the flame in drive to get into amateur radio. And that was in August of 24. I started studying for my licenses the last week of September, and for a birthday present for myself, I wanted to get all 3 licenses at the same time. So October 29th, I took my 3 tests and passed all 3 levels at the same day. Got my call sign on the 31st of October.
Awesome. I think we're good here, but that was going to be one of our things anyway. Was what got you into amateur radio? Because I think we've talked about me. Well, I know we've talked about me and you as well, Nemo. So cool. You said you were going out to spread your grandmother's ashes. Now that is a story for that. I love that. That's cool.
Yeah, so we were using the GMRS radios to talk because there's no cell reception out there.
Right.
It's kind of like driving around in Ashtabula.
Or more like Conneaut specifically.
Yeah, you're not kidding. RF black hole in there. Oh
Yeah,
man.
you got Yosemite Village where there's some cell coverage, and then you get outside of there, and you don't have very good cell reception anywhere else.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the like Midwest, like between here and like the West Coast stuff, the cell networks really weren't very good until the pandemic. Is what I understand because what's that?
I would disagree. The cell towers are, from my experiences, they're focused around the highways
Right.
and the populated areas. They're dispersed in throughout there. But like Chardon, up until 2020, you could go to the Maple Festival in Chardon and text, make phone calls, do whatever. My sister lives in Chardon, and I live out in Menor.
Mhm.
And I can drive from my house over off of 306, down 306, Kirtland Chardon Road, straight down over to 44 or to Auburn Road, and take that down. And I would never lose a cell reception there before. Since 2020, cell reception sucks.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I seem to remember because I had a friend that lived this side of Chardon, and actually she lived. What is that? Starts with an R over there. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Roaming Shores,
Yeah, no, not that.
Rock Creek.
Rock Creek, yeah. And like between Rock Creek and Chardon.
Right.
And I used to go out to Chardon all the time, and even on a minute phone back then, I got cell service on roaming minute phones. So.
Right. My example was actually my buddy who lives out in Denver, and in between there and the mountains is like dead. Like he has places all around where he can go. There's no cell signal, and he has a buddy who works in that like sector. Kind of his thing's more like RF research, but I guess a lot of it has just improved because demand has improved. Like up until recently, there wasn't. You look at the little icon on your phone and it says like 4G LTE or 5G or 5G plus or whatever. Up until recently, that was not in like Ashtabula and Conneaut. Now it is. So it's only taken what 7-8 years since that tech came out. So infrastructure moves slowly, but
yeah, it does. But hey, there's fiber all over Ashtabula now.
Dude, don't get me started on that. You know my struggles. You know my pains. You have them.
Yep.
We're in the same area for that. Freaking, some very unkind words I could say to my old ISP.
So Vito, man, it wasn't long after you've been a member of the radio club for like a year?
Has it even been a year?
No, more than that. I
It's been more
joined
than
in
that.
the
It's still been
January,
2 years.
a year and a half, the January meeting of 25. So
Okay.
I was on my way out for black powder season. I've got a property out in Pierpont that I hunt at and can have some fun at. And on my way out there, I heard Sonny, and I believe it was you, Andrew, with somebody else in a vehicle, coming up Route 11. I was going down, probably Jim, and started talking to Sonny, and he brought up that you guys had your meeting on the I think it was the 4th of January, that first Saturday. So came up after I got out of the woods, and it's been downhill ever since.
I remember you've said in the past that you are both extremely grateful and also, I mean, not necessarily a super negative connotation of that, but we're super far away from you.
Yeah.
Or what? 50 miles or something like that?
Pretty close. I drive about an hour to the club meetings. Jeff, I believe, is the closest. Going to Geneva State Park for like stuff like field day. That's about a 45-minute drive. So getting to Jeff's is about a 45-minute, maybe 50-minute drive. The clubhouse is about 55 minutes to an hour. So yeah, Pioneer Picnics is a little bit further than that.
Push and hold.
A weekend
There
of
you go.
going to Pioneer Picnic every day is a full tank of gas in my truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yep. We I mean, what? It's 5 minutes for us down the road.
Yeah,
so.
we're close. Hey, you know what though? I mean, we can't really ask for a nicer facility.
No.
I mean, there are some accommodations we wish we had. I know,
Right.
but honestly, like the Jefferson Conservation Club, they give us really nice space to work out of, and they allow us to do it for very little contribution back. So
cool
I
in the summer,
appreciate
warm
it.
in the winter. That's really all I mind, and it's got non-noisy AC power, even better, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In the wintertime, it's a nice facility, that's for sure.
Yep. Like that old wood stove they got in there is you put a fan blowing on the back of that, and that entire we're wearing t-shirts when it was like, I mean, shoot, how cold was it last
Last winter it was sub-zero temperatures,
like
and we were all in there in t-shirts and our socks on.
negative 10, I believe, is what I saw, or negative 12 while we were setting antennas up. That was fun.
All I remember is Andrew snoring on his little mattress in the back of the room.
Yep, as it would slowly deflate every 40 minutes. I still haven't fixed the
I
holes in
remember
that.
going outside to put an antenna up, and 10 minutes later having to come inside to warm up for 15 minutes.
Yep. Oh, it was gnarly. I'm surprised we saw as many people out there as we did, honestly.
Well, hey, I mean, but back on America 250 thing, that was great. And, Tina Fuller and all the people involved, and Joe, KEHGJL, who heads up the Aries group, or is one of the heads up the Aries group in the Ashtabula County. And for those who don't understand, Aries is Ashtabula County Emergency Radio Services. That help out in disaster relief. There's a bunch of us that are deployable, but there's probably 3 or 4 guys that really run that show on that.
Right.
So I know I'm kind of one of the ones that are listed, I think, on the administrative list at this point, but I'm really just deployable. I go out and do what I need to do or when I can. But no, do we got stuff going on in the chat?
We just have conversation, or do we have questions, comments?
Joe's talking, I think.
Oh,
okay.
KFG 9.
Yep, that's Joe. That is
I just
Joe.
said good job because you were talking about him.
Yeah.
Very good.
I thought he went for a jog.
He is honestly, he's very underrated as far as the guys in the area that do stuff.
Absolutely.
And Vito, you're kind of underrated too, to be honest with you. I mean, you jumped into it both feet, and in a year and a half, you become vice president of the radio club.
From my perspective, Vito just showed up one day because I missed like 3 meetings that year, and those were the 3 meetings that he was like at. And then I came in and I'm like, oh, hi, hello, new person. Who are you? Well, you're the vice president. Oh, I've been out of the loop. Yeah, this was not worth missing 3 meetings. My day job. No, it was not. It was not worth it.
Well, it is hobby, but
it is.
I mean, but you were instrumental in steering us towards our 501c3 and getting us organized in a couple of different things. Looking forward to doing a lot of the stuff that we've got planned in the future.
For sure.
And you become a good friend and a good resource in the radio community, man. I appreciate you being here.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. I mean, it says something about the club when somebody is willing to drive an hour to go to the meetings and to be part of the what's the word I'm thinking of? Be part of the community there. I mean, you guys, Amigos is a good. It means what we are. We are friends. It's a good community of people there in the club that support each other. Just like any family, you got some problems with people, but we're all still friends.
Yeah.
It's a great club. It really is.
From my perspective, to be honest, I've kind of grown up around most of the members of the Amigos, like save you and a few members whom we dearly miss because they haven't, they've been busy, and a few members we dearly miss. One in particular because he passed away, Jerry. Miss you, old man. I've known all of these guys since I was like 16, I think, maybe even 15. Like I've
Yeah.
known you for a while because I knew you back when I had just joined the Ashtabula County Club, and we did that winter field day, and the rest is history. But yeah, I could not personally have asked for a better group of people to enjoy this hobby with, because there are certainly plenty of people, not just around here, but just in general, who aren't as tolerant of new, less experienced people, right? And I feel I've done a fairly decent job of navigating that. Like, hey, I'm young, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but at the same time, there has been a want of education, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things that I can't stress enough is we are not there, speaking as a whole as the club, we are not there to criticize. We are there to instruct, to, hey, your way of doing it might work for you. Here's how we do it. Why don't we see which way works better?
Well, and I kind of agree with you on that. That there's, we talk about Elmering in the amateur radio field, and I know I'm a little older, but for me, there didn't really seem like there was an opportunity to be taken under somebody's wing and kind of shown the ropes.
Right.
So, and at the same time, you got to realize people learn different now than they used to. So yes, apprenticeship I think is good, but you got to speed up the apprenticeship, because I heard one guy talk, not from any of the amateur radio operators around here, but he said he was brought out to a field day and made to sit and watch somebody operate on a field day for over an hour and a half.
Nah.
And he
Oh,
still
man.
wasn't allowed to attempt to use the radio. And I said, you know what? I would have gotten up and walked away from the field day entirely.
From the hobby, even.
I mean, yeah, that's how you
because,
turn people
yeah,
off.
To me, it's like, okay, I'm going out to a field day full of, like, say, just amateur radio club A. Nobody around here, just in general. I'm going there because I want to learn. Maybe I have my license. Maybe I don't have my license, but I for sure don't have a $1,200 HF radio, right? And antennas strung up all over my backyard. But I know about this hobby. I've learned a little about it. I want to try it, right? And as long as you're the average person who's not just going to walk up to an expensive piece of equipment and destroy it,
hit it with a hammer.
What's the worst that anybody could really do if you're on a tuned, known antenna and a frequency, like, push the little lock button on the radio, right?
Yeah.
What's the worst that somebody could do, right? For me, that was kind of my experience, was just, walk up and, hey, here's a radio. You want to learn how to use it? Because I didn't have a radio when I got into this, right? Even the cheapest HF radio when I got into it was like a couple $100, and I'm a teenager out in the middle of nowhere. I can earn $10 every 2 weeks mowing my grandmother's grass. That's not going to buy me an HF radio, right? I may as well wait till I can work a real job. So, yeah, for sure.
I was in a unique position there, though. I was kind of, I'll be 50 in October. So I was, 48, when I got my ticket. I got some history, experience in electronics and stuff. But I was new in the hobby. But I had a nicer radio for my HF rig. And, I mean, I came in January 1st meeting, and winter field day, I was there set up with my radio, getting on air for winter field day at the clubhouse. Just jumped, like I said, just both feet. But, Andrew, you Elmer me. This past winter field day, you helped me out getting to learning digital stuff, right? I know I've helped other people out. Justin, been helping him, trying to help him get his radio working.
He
the
is
best I
another
can.
both feet in guy.
Yeah.
And it's just what we do, and
Yep.
you got to be that way. You got to be willing to Elmer, and you need to be willing to ask and get Elmered, and
Yep.
that's what makes the community a good community, and where people want to go and join and be part of, and just enjoy it and spread the love of radio.
Yeah, for me, the whole thing has always been an open exchange of information, right? Because I'm sure there's 1,000,001 different words for how you would classify me as a person, especially now. But when I really got into this, I had a little $35 SDR dongle that could barely receive HF. And I did all the software setup on the receive side for a lot of those digital modes before I even had my license. So I went through that over the summer as a kid who was still in high school. I had nothing better to do than sit down and slam my face into my keyboard until things worked. And I came into the radio club, either the Ashtabula Club or our club when we founded it, knowing certainly not everything there was to know about digital communication, but enough that I could teach anybody how to, here's how it works in principle, here's what you actually need to know. And I have gotten more than a few older hams to try digital and to love digital, not for the replacement of voice communications, but for, hey, I can work so many, call signs, countries, grid squares, whatever. And that was really cool to me to be like, hey, I'm a 16-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid at this point, and I'm showing all of these older people who could, almost be, let's be honest, almost my grandparents in age, how this neat aspect of the hobby that is a very big aspect of the hobby, how it works, because they've never even bothered to try it because they thought it was too complicated. That was cool, right? That was a really cool thing for me. So, for sure. Open exchange of information. I see we're going through some pictures down there. What do we got here?
Yeah, what do we got picture-wise there that we're looking at? We got
sitting around the trailer there. I'm not sure if I'm in that one. I see everyone was wearing a blue shirt with a hat, so.
yeah. Well, so there's me
sitting at our little radio setup. I love that little tent Vito had over
That's
his radio.
Vito standing there in his patriotic outfit. The very, very patriotic, my friend.
Yes.
And I don't know who that other guy was that was in the matching patriotic.
That was your wife's
outfit.
Brother? Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one you guys were standing together in your very patriotic get up there?
No, that was some random guy that was there.
That's amazing. That's even better, honestly.
Yeah. They were calling him my twin.
That's great.
All right, so we got the
I
radio.
think I wear it better.
We got the radio up that we had there. So maybe you could give us a quick description of that.
So that was your setup there. How was it? How did it work? What did you have?
It's a Yaesu FT710. I got my computer I'm on right now with my keyboard, and it's a PARS NFED PARS NFED. Their NFED half-wave quad. It's a 40 to 6 meter NFED.
I must say your commitment to bringing a full-sized mechanical keyboard to every event, I envy that, because I have the membrane keyboard that my Toughbook uses, and I'm like, man, I can actually get up to my full, whatever words a minute with this thing here.
Well, the keycaps are on it, are Morse code, just for the spirit of radio.
I loved that. It's great. Oh, we even got to zoom in there. Yeah, you can see them. I love it.
So it's but yeah, I love the radio. It's the audio on its receive audio is great. I get compliments all the time when I'm on air, how good my audio is going out. And it's nice. I like it.
Yep, and we have also one of those for the club as well. They're all very easy to use, very intuitive radios, and it just so happens that they're all Yaesu radios, completely by accident. We don't do radio favoritism, but it's funny when
Oh,
We're in the cult of why.
I do too. I'm new, but I'm a Yesu guy.
Yeah, I mean, icons are good, and there's nothing wrong with them. Old Kenwoods are great. There's good radios out there.
it's funny. Yaesu is actually the only one that doesn't do like military or commercial radios. They just
that do the civilian market.
Yeah, they just, as far as I know, they only do civilian and like commercial for like repeaters. But ICOM and Kenwood both do like commercial and military. So there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got here?
We got more. So that would be some of the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club guys. Looks like Tom and Jack in the back of their heads there on
Looks
the
like it.
photos.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Tom, Jack, and Randy were there. Great guys, very nice people.
Yeah.
I had a great time talking to them, and
Jeff
look forward to
too.
seeing them some more.
I wish I could have stayed long enough to say hi to Tom. He's one of one of the guys that got me into the hobby. But I'll be honest with you, I was so happy to lay down in my bed and like stand in front of a box.
I didn't. I went to a fireworks show.
Well, I went to one after.
We need to give a shout out to Tom and a much appreciated thank you for managing the QRZ page for the special event.
Absolutely.
He did a great job with that, and thank you, Tom. Appreciate you.
Who I don't recognize that guy there.
I think, is that Jack?
No.
No.
I don't know.
In the wheelchair. In the wheelchair there.
With the neon
shirt.
With the
scooter with the neon shirt.
I'm not sure who that's one of the Ashtabula guys.
Okay. Well, I mean, nope, and now we're back to me. We don't need to show me anymore. I'm on screen as it is. So, yeah, I mean, it was great. It was great.
Yep. Good times were had, despite the sunburn. All right.
So
that's a deep
that's
subject.
That's pretty much what I got, man. Vito, thanks for coming on the show, I think. And
absolutely.
I think we had a great time. We've got other big events coming up this year.
Yep.
Make sure you keep your listeners posted, and guys, come on out and see what we do and experience the hobby and even get on air with us.
Yeah, we got another special event station we're doing the last weekend of August.
Yes.
We're doing that at Pioneer Picnic. There is our meetings are the second Saturdays of the month. I might be a few minutes late. I'm shopping for a truck. I'm having trouble finding a good one.
That's okay. You're usually half an hour early with me, so.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but I should be back. I got to go travel for looking at some of these trucks, but I got to find one that's a decent price, man. The ones that I'm finding out there now are ridiculously priced.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm very glad that even as worn out and tired as it is, I do have a vehicle to call my own once I make the brakes actually stop the car. It's pretty important, right? The stop pedal needs to stop.
A vehicle that don't stop is a problem.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Yep.
A vehicle that doesn't start, that's not a problem. But if it doesn't stop, that's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, so second Saturdays of the month at 3600 Stanhope Kellogg'sville Road. For those people who don't know, come on over, check us out. Most of the team gets there around 6 o'clock for the meeting. Like I said, I might be a few minutes late, but somebody will be there to open the door.
Yep.
And get the meeting rolling.
Rykus, since I'm sitting in your chair, did you have anything you wanted to bring up on behalf of the comic book store?
I will touch base next week.
Okay, we'll get anything updated next week.
Have a big update
cool.
Next week.
Let's see. Is there anything from me? My bees are all doing good.
Sweet.
So there's that. No unexpected bear attacks. Knock on. Hey, this is plywood. Knock on wood. Besides that, I mean,
there are bears.
Oh, dude, I saw one.
Dude.
I saw one the other night. I looked back in my woods there, just over our little creek that runs between my property and my grandmother's, and I saw eyes that were at maybe about this far apart from mine, but it was at eye level with me, and there's not very many things that can be eye level with you or me that are in the woods. So it was either a bear or Bigfoot. But either way, I took off running towards it because I'll tell you what, I'm not losing no beehive to a bear.
Yeah, we've had quite a few bear sightings around our area
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah,
Well-
there's definitely a bear out there.
Yeah, definitely. And they would love nothing more than to tip one of my beehives open and just go to town on them. So
Well, all right. So I guess let's go ahead and wrap it up with where we at time wise.
about an
You're
hour.
not gonna ask me if I have any announcements.
Do you have any announcements? I'm sorry, man.
I do.
Oh man! All right. Well, what do you got for us?
Well, first, my granddaughter Sage turned 2 yesterday. So I say happy
Hey.
birthday to Sage.
Yay!
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Sage.
Sage! Awesome.
Also, I did not hear you say, so I'm going to say it for you, Nemo. July 25th, come on out to Ashtabula County
That's what it was.
Hamfest
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Pioneer Picnic.
Yep.
Look
Yeah,
forward
we'll
to seeing
have,
everybody out there.
We're gonna have Squeezed is coming out with the food cart. They're
Oh,
gonna be our
fantastic.
food vendors out there. Big shout out to them.
Thank you for doing the food stuff so we don't have to this year.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that's gonna be a big relief on us.
There was what was it, Aloha? I can't remember the name.
Yes.
of
Oh my gosh, the Hawaiian
the-
cuisine.
Yes, the Hawaiian food truck. Their spam dip bowl was amazing.
At the 250 event.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I had their chicken,
Yeah.
and that was some of the best chicken I've ever had.
Yep.
Yeah.
But hey, come on out, support the vendors that are supporting us at the Hamfest. Absolutely. I believe the Pioneer Picnic Committee will be out there too.
Mhm.
They have tons of raffles and giveaways. We're gonna have a bunch of raffles and giveaways. We got what, $100 GX engineering card. What else we got on the list there? I think we got a bunch of
Couple
stuff.
signal stick antennas.
Some handheld
I don't
HTs, I think.
Sounds right.
Yeah. I'll reach out to Jason again, KM4ACK. We all love his antennas.
Yeah. He's been a big sponsor of ours since we started the Hamfest. He's been
Yeah.
kind enough to send us out a bunch every year.
Yeah. Well, besides
What else you
that,
got, man? How about telling people where they can find you? Because I know you handle like the club's social media stuff, but what else you got?
So I do the club Facebook and Instagram page. I do 3D printing. Still working some stuff out with that, trying to make something more official. And if you have anything that you want to get printed, reach out. 88oi@yahoo.com. And I can't think of anything else right now. I'm just having a brain fart.
that's okay.
That's all
We're
right.
trained amateurs.
I'm getting old, and it's that time of the evening.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thanks everybody for tuning in tonight, especially Joe, and I don't know who the other person is there, but thank you, the other folks that are paying attention to us.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Please head over to ashtabulahobbytalk.com and sign up to be a supporting member. If you'd like seeing what we're doing, you can also follow us on Facebook. We have a Ko-fi account over there. We can take donations that way if you want to help us out. Make sure we can get some better equipment, go out and do more away missions. We've got plenty of those lined up. Head over to Captain's Comics at the corner of Route 20 and 193 and check them out. And thank you, Rykus, for doing such a great job behind the switchboard, man.
He is loving it over there, man.
He rocked it.
Well, shall we?
All right. Thanks, everybody. And join us next week. Hobby on.
Hobby on. You got to push the button.